Hi everyone, just James here, okay? And I'm here to talk about another iconic moment in history, okay? American history, world history, universal history. It goes beyond, galaxies, okay? I'm of course talking about the iconic performance of Nicki Minaj at the 2012 Grammys. Now, for context, Nicki Minaj is of course the queen of rap. We all know this. So I wanted to give you a little bit more backstory on Nicki's story at this point in time, okay? She was just coming up on her next album. Her debut album did amazing, okay? Pink Friday was a bigger hit than anyone expected, okay? As far as female rap goes, people were not betting on that horse, all right? It was safe to say that no one thought female rap would ever come back to the heights it was with like Missy Elliott and Lauryn Hill and the like. Nicki Minaj had such a force behind her that it could not be denied. Like, she was going to be a superstar. And she had all the qualities to make her a star. Now, at this point in time, she had not done a lot of like televised performances by herself. Keep that in mind, okay? This is her very first solo performance. No secondary act. She's not featured in anyone else's act. It's hers. And it's at a huge major award show. And she chose the Grammys to be her quote unquote coming out party. That will come into importance very much later in this video. Now, to give you a little more information on that night, Whitney Houston had just passed. So the Grammys had planned this beautiful tribute. Jennifer Hudson sang I'll Always Love You. It was gorgeous. Now, according to the Grammys, they were saying they did not want Nicki Minaj to perform that night because they didn't think what she had planned was appropriate for the night. That's their side of things. There is many back and forths on this. I'm more inclined to take Nicki's side because obviously Barb, Nicki Minaj has been preparing this performance for a while now, okay? It is very, very serious. Like, she's had video packages made. Like, it is a big deal. Now, it comes to her performance, and let me just say this. As a viewer watching this, I watched this in the comfort of my own living room, and I was enthralled because I was on the Nicki hype train, okay? Like, she was also on American Idol at this point in time, so as a judge on American Idol, she had a lot of press coverage because she had an ongoing feud with Mariah Carey. Needless to say, there was a lot of attention and eyeballs on her this night. And everyone's looking at her to see what she's going to do for the Grammys because it's a very prestigious award show that many iconic moments come out from. And let me just say this, baby, she made an iconic moment, all right? We start off with Nicki Minaj rocking back and forth. There is a man dressed as a preacher, and it's on a bed in the Grammys. You can see people behind her, and it's a beautiful ornate setup with like gold awnings and everything. And she's like rocking back and forth, singing I Feel Pretty from West Side Story. Already, I'm in. All right? This is already dialing up to a place where I live and love. Flashes to a video package, and I shit you not, girl. This was amazing. She had fully done a full-on, like, directorial, cinematic music video for the performance, like an intro. And it's basically an Exorcist remake where Martha, one of her characters, comes to the door and lets the preacher in. Now, I have to say this. Nicki Minaj had characters at this point. In case you don't know this, Nicki Minaj had separate personas that she would slip in and out of when she was performing on her records. And Roman and Martha are the two most important characters in this story. Martha is the mother of Roman, and Roman was her gay character. Just go with it, okay? It makes sense, all right? It absolutely makes sense, and it is amazing, and you're going to love it. So, there is an actress playing Martha. Now, I wish Nicki had taken on this performance because she has the range, okay? She could have done all the parts. She could have played the priest. I would have loved to see that. Anyways, there probably wasn't time. It's easier to hire actors. Now, priest asks, where is the child? And she's like, he's upstairs. I really wish Martha had Nicki Minaj's voice when she was doing it. She should have done Nicki's voice as Martha. The Roman. Ah, I love it. I wish. In another universe, in a perfect universe, that would have been how it happened. So the priest goes upstairs, and it's very much The Exorcist with the dark hallways and everything. Cut to Nicki in a cami top with Pink Friday from MAC, her collaboration. Always be selling, baby, all right? She's putting it on her face. She's not rubbing all over her face because, she just got her makeup done. She's not doing that. But she's stuck it in her mouth, and, like, she is fully invested, okay? Like, I thought she was possessed. She's got the beautiful, like, blonde hair that's messy, but, like, a polished messy. Because, you're not going to get full twigs and everything in the hair, right? She wasn't going that far. She still had to look pretty. She's singing I Feel Pretty in the mirror, doing the whole bit, Linda Blair and everything. And then we cut to the priest saying, what is your name? And she jumps up on the ceiling, and we, like, got a full bird's eye view of them, like, looking up at the ceiling. And she's just like, Roman! When I tell you, witnessing this in real time was everything. Because you didn't expect this to happen at the Grammys, okay? Nothing exciting ever happened. So the fact that she came out of the gates with this performance, with this packaging, and with this huge camp production, I was here for it. This is like a VMAs level performance, okay? Like, it was camp, it was memorable, and I can just tell watching this, like, oh baby, the Recorded Academy's gonna hate this. Nicki Minaj's performance starts, and she's doing Roman Holiday, and she's been gassing us up, okay? Like, we knew this song was coming, because she had done Roman's Revenge on Pink Friday, and she went super hard on that one, okay? Like, everyone loves that song. And it was so good, and, like, her Roman character is the one where she really talks shit, all right? Like, she will just let it go. So, like, we hear the Roman Holiday song, and it's starting, it's like, okay. All right, like, none of us know the song, so, like, we're just vibing to it. This performance was, like, off the walls. First off, there are dancers dressed up in, like, religious iconography. There's the priest from the music video that she had earlier, like, on the stage doing choreo with altar boys. Oh my god. She's strapped to a St. Andrew's cross in a beautiful black ruffled dress and this amazing bouffant blonde wig. Like, everything, okay? I'm telling you. They didn't cut to the audience at all, which I really wish they had, because I wanted to see what people thought of this. Like, what were they thinking when they watched this? Because when the video package was going, like, there were certain points where people were, like, chuckling, because it was a little funny. But, like, it's just unexpected. Like, I really wish we got, like, audience reactions to this from the audience. So much happens in this performance. So much must be said. Like, the fact that she chose this as her debut performance is everything to me, because it made a statement, all right? And, like, you definitely could not think of any other performance that night except for this one. Now, she ends it in a full-on, you know, laying down, like, light as a feather, stiff as a board, where they are lifting her up into the air, a la The Exorcist with Linda Blair, where she starts to levitate. And it kind of reminds me of that old Sabrina the Teenage Witch doll toy, where, like, she had her bed, and had a special feature where if you laid her down on it, she would start to levitate on it. That's always what I think about when I see it. She ends on a platform in the air, descended above the Grammy stage, and the audience goes up thunderous ovation. Because this was unexpected, all right? Like, we hadn't really seen performances like that from, like, anyone else from, like, Lady Gaga. So the fact that, like, Nicki Minaj, this great female rapper, came out and did this artistic statement of performance, I was living. Personally, I loved it. The Recording Academy did not. They were very, very upset about it. And needless to say, like, when you hear Nicki Minaj's side of this, like, the difficulty they put her through to get this performance to happen, like, they did everything in their power that they could to try and stop her from performing this. Like, they did not want her to perform that night. And, like, it meant so much to her to perform at the Grammys. Like, she really fought and really stuck to her guns about it and said, no, 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 I'm performing, and I'm performing this. And I love that, okay? Like, you think of powerful women in music like Madonna and such, like, you put your foot down and you say, no, motherfucker, I'm doing this song. Like, this is the performance I want to do, and I'm doing it. Like, she stuck to it, and I'm glad she did. And I'm glad it exists. And what I love most about this is, like, they really tried hard to clown her for this performance. Like, media and everything panned it. Like, critics were merciless to her about this, saying it was blasphemous, it was camp, it didn't show her in her best light. And Nicki stuck to her guns. Like, I remember even so much on, like, talk shows, like, she did morning talk shows where they would bring it up, and she stuck to her guns and said, that was the best performance I've ever done. And, like, it was. Like, I was so glad that, like, she fully stood by it. She didn't have to dig her heels in, because there was nothing to be ashamed of. It was an iconic performance. All right, and we're still talking about it to this day. And not only that, she took a gigantic risk. And I'm glad that she did. That's what art is for. Art is for making people talk. And I'm glad that, like, she stuck to it and she said, you know what? You're getting Roman Holiday. You're going to hear Roman. This is a statement I want to make. This is my art, and I'm not going to apologize for it. Now, I want to know your guys' thoughts. What did you think when you saw this performance? If you saw it happen in real time, I want to know, because seeing it happen in real time was a whole nother experience as to watching it on YouTube secondhand, okay? Please let me know down below. Please sound off. I want to read all the comments. I want to discuss this, okay? Because it's important, okay? Some things must be remembered. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye!
Well, it's over now. Click my next YouTube video. Like, comment, and subscribe.